poppin', my J dolls, and I'm back with another video. Before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that bell. You guys, we are on the road now to 3,000 subscribers. So don't play with us, because we ain't never been one of them, y'all. And I really appreciate everybody that got me to 2,000 subscribers, baby. I am so grateful. I am so happy. Today, y'all, I am going... And if you ain't subscribed, because I almost forgot, if you ain't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so we hit that 3,000. And it's free 99 to subscribe. So if you don't subscribe, you a hater. Take that with your mama, because why she raised you like that? Because, come on now. Anyways, y'all. So today is going to be a part 3 of my 3-year situationship with a pathological liar. I got my little drink. I'm too cute. But y'all, I am going to tell y'all about how I pulled up on this man. So if you ain't watched part 1 and part 2, go watch part 1, then go watch part 2, then come back to part 3, because you're going to be lost, okay? So y'all, where I left off in part 2 was me pulling up to Larry's house. Me pulling up to his house, trying to look for his car, couldn't find his car. Me having to call my old friend Amber, right? And asking her for his number because I deleted his number because I was mad at him. So I had deleted his number, deleted the thread, like all the toxic stuff I used to do. And I popped up at his house at 2 o'clock in the morning without his permission, and we weren't together. So y'all, once I got there and I talked to Amber on the phone, because I'm desperate. I can't get in the building. I don't see his car because he didn't have no writing on the car. And all I remember his car from was the writing that was on the windshield. I knew it was a Hyundai, but you know how many freaking Hyundai Sonatas there are? Baby, I couldn't tell if his car was there because before when I see his car, it had writing on it. This time his car didn't have writing on it. So anyhow, y'all, I call Amber, be like, hey girl, like, I know this is crazy, but I'm outside of Larry's house right now and I need to get in. Can you please call Larry? Can you please? No, actually, I didn't even say, can you call Larry? I said, hey, can you give me Larry's number so I can call Larry and tell him I'm outside? She took it upon herself, Amber, mind you, we're not friends no more. Amber takes it upon herself to call Larry and be like, hey, she is outside, like, you need to pick up when Joanna calls you because she's literally outside your house, like whatever, like blase blase. So at this point, y'all, I am calling him and he is not answering. I think like he didn't answer the first and second time, but I texted him like, Larry, I'm outside, like you need to like let me in, da da da. So he calls me back and was like, what are you doing at my house? Like, why are you at my house? Y'all, literally, we hadn't talked in so long. Why am I popping up at this man's house at 2 o'clock in the morning? He's like, what are you doing at my house? Like, why are you at my house? Like, this is kind of crazy. Like, would you like this if I pull up to your house like this? And I'm like, yes, I would, actually. I would. Like, he's like, no, you wouldn't. Da, 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 da. So we're going back and forth over the phone. And I'm like, is somebody over here? Like, why is you not letting me in? Y'all, this is so toxic. But I'm like, why is you not letting me in? Is somebody here? Somebody here? And he's like, no, I just don't like want you to come inside. Like you just popped up randomly. I was like, well, I need to talk to you. He's like, well, can we just talk in the car? I'm like, no, I need to come in now. I need to come in. Y'all used to be crazy. Like, I need to come in. So he's like, okay. So he ends up letting me in the apartment, y'all. So he lets me in and we start talking because he's like, this is crazy. Like, nobody ever done something like this. Like, Joanna, like, how can you just come into my house? Like, what if I had somebody here? What if somebody else was here? And blah, blah, blah. I was like, I was already preparing myself. Because if somebody was in here, we was going to have a whole situation. Like, I had already mapped it out in my head. Like, if somebody's up in here, I'm going to have to fight the girl. And I don't even believe in that. Like, I believe in taking it with your man. Because I'm a girl's girl. But if I got to look like a bozo and a clown, because I am a clown, because I did pop up at this man's house without permission at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I am a clown because we don't even go together. Like, we ain't even been talking in like months. And I just to respect myself, because I'm gonna look like a dummy, because I am one. So I would have to fight her, because you're not gonna sit here and like embarrass me like that. Like we got a problem. Now we all gonna be mad tonight. So anyways, y'all, he didn't have nobody over there as I expected, okay? So he was just watching TV and stuff. So when we talked, he was like, okay, so like, what do you want to talk about? Like, why would you come here like this late? Why would you just pop at someone's house? Y'all, I'm like, oh, I just want to talk about like, I miss you. Like, I want to talk to you. And he was like, oh, like now you miss me and da da da. And I'm like, yeah, I do miss you. And like, I've been wanting to talk to you. So I feel like I should just pop up over here. And then I was like, but we toxic, like, and I don't like that we're toxic. Like, we was just having this whole conversation. He was like, yeah, but like, I feel like we, like, you kind of made it that way, or we kind of made it that way, whatever. We talking and talking and talking. So once we get to talking, I was like, well, I do want to be upfront with you. Like, we literally talked about this the first day that we were getting back in good graces, not together, because we never been in a relationship, but like, the first day we were coming back together, I was like, oh, I just want you to know and be transparent with you. Like, I am communicating with this guy from London. And, you know, Amber knows him. And I told London that I'm going to come to see him. Like, he's gonna pay for my flight. He's gonna, you know, take care of me while I'm there. And we're not gonna do anything. We're not gonna do anything. So like, I just want you to know, like, I don't care what we got going on from here on out. Like, I don't care if we back cool and we back on our little sneaky link, or we're back on our situation. Like, I am going to London to go see London. Right? This is what I'm telling him off the bat. Like, first day I'm hanging with him. This is some toxic stuff. And he was like, oh, like, why would you be trying to go hang out with him? Like, you know what he's gonna want. You know what he's gonna want. Like, you know, you're being dumb, like, and you're gonna end up sleeping with that man. That man gonna end up taking you down, da da da. Like, no, like, he was irritated. He was mad. I'm like, no, I know I'm not going to. Like, we already talked. We just friends. At this point, me and London were just friends, right? So, boom, shakalaka, girl. I had to come there with some lingerie, y'all. Y'all know how I get down. I actually have a lingerie business called Lavish. So, if you want to look it up on Instagram, it's a Lavish thing. You can go ahead and look it up. I just don't post on my Instagram that much, and I do mostly pop-up shops. So anyways, y'all, back then I wasn't a business owner. Like, I just loved lingerie. So I had put some lingerie on. So once we already talked it out. He forgave me. Like, oh, do you forgive me? Yes, I forgive you. So I had lingerie on under a dress or something, y'all. I don't know. I be putting stuff together. I think I had like a see-through dress on, and then I had like a lingerie underneath it. I have no clue, but I had something. So I took it off, and girl, I started performing for him and like dancing in front of him, and oh Lord, help me. Oh Lord, forgive me. I knew it. It was a clown. I was clown, y'all. It was all fake. I knew it. So anyways, y'all, I started doing all of this with him, and of course we do what it do. Now we back in good gracious again, y'all. We back cool. We back like we ain't never left, y'all. So when I did this, mind you, when I did this, I had told my old friend, I was told, like, not Amber, but I had told my other friend, like, hey, I'm gonna help you move. So I was supposed to help her move the next day after I came from Larry's house, but I had overslept, y'all. I had overslept because I was tired. I did all this stuff. You know, I went to Larry's house late, all this type of stuff. So, like, I realized, oh, my gosh, I have to go help, let's say, I'm trying to use a word of somebody I don't even know. Because I'm thinking of other random people with their names to someone I know. Lily. I don't know why that came up. But let's say Lily, I told Lily I was going to help her move. And then I woke up late because I had that thing on me. And I'm like, oh, dang, I got to help Lily. And y'all, mind you, I think this was actually a different day. Not the day that I pulled up on him. It was a different day because one day he had picked me up and I was drunk. And, like, I went to his house. And then I was supposed to help Lily move. But I had overslept because I was drunk. And I, you know, was doing the do. So I was sleeping good. So then he had to drop me off because he had picked me up. Yes, this is a whole different situation. But I had did that, and literally I had texted her in the morning. I said, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, like I end up being like coming to Larry's house, and like I end up like oversleeping. I'm so sorry. I'm on my way now. Like he gotta drop me off home, and I'm gonna get my car, and I'll be right over there. So at this point, I think I'm running like an hour, 2 hours later, whatever. And she's like, oh, like it's okay. Like I'm not even mad. I'm just disappointed. That's worse. So she said she was disappointed. So I said, dang, I felt so bad, y'all. I was feeling like a bad friend. So I'm like, okay, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm on my way, whatever. So Larry dropped me off, and then I went to go get my car. And mind you, my friend, Lily, she did not like Larry. Like, she thought, like, I was being dumb. Like, why am I doing this? Why am I, like, going back and forth with him? Like, but mind you, Lily was a whole virgin and everything. So, like, it was hard for her to understand relationships at all. Like, from toxic relationships to, like, a normal relationship. Like, she had never had a relationship. So, it was really hard talking to her because it was like talking to a wall. A wall with no emotions, if that makes any sense. So I get it, I was being dumb, but yeah. So at this point, me and Larry back at it. And then now Larry starts coming to my house. So I remember the first day, because that's when I moved this place. Y'all, so the first day that he had came to my house, he was driving through my neighborhood. And this is when I knew Larry was like a hater. Like, he was a hater. Mind y'all, remember in the other story, he had told me that he like left me, he ghosted me because I was doing better than him, and he just didn't feel like good enough, so that's why he ghosted me. So y'all, the first time he came to my house, he drove through my neighborhood, and he was like, mind you, some of these stories are not in order, I'm sorry y'all, but this is just so y'all can know everything that happened in this 3-year situationship. But it was a lot of trauma, so it's hard to keep it all on track. But y'all, so he rode through my neighborhood, and he told me when he got to my house, he was like, oh, like, I was driving in the neighborhood and stuff, and I was like, oh, this apartment is okay. Oh, this apartment is decent. Like, okay, like, this is a cool neighborhood. And then when he pulled up to my specific apartment, he was like, oh, wow, of course Joanna would stay in something like this. Like, of course, she's so bougie. So he literally was mad that my apartment was the nicest apartment on the block. Like, he told me this, y'all. Like, what type of hater are you, bro? Like, you should be happy that my apartment is the best apartment on the block. Then, when he, like, came in my house and stuff, he was like, oh, do you have a TV in your room? I could have sworn I said this before somewhere else. But he was like, do you have a TV in your room? I'm like, no, I don't have a TV in my room, just in the living room. Because I literally just have a TV in the living room. And then he was like, oh, like, you're so bougie, but you don't even got a TV in your room? Like, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Like, what is to you? Like, what's your problem? I'm like, yeah, like, I could have a TV in my room. Like, don't try to act like I can't have a TV in my room. I choose to not have a TV in my room. Because, like, how my room is set up. I'm like, I could, like, the placement just didn't make no sense to me. Or I could mount it, but, like, I have a walk-in closet. So, anyhow, y'all, I was just kind of like, okay. Like, I would just catch on to the weird stuff he would say. Like, he would always say some weird stuff, y'all. And I remember I told him, like, one day I had told him I want to talk to him about something. I don't even remember what it was, but he had irritated me about something. And I was like, oh, you know, I want to talk to you and stuff like that about it. And he was like, oh, what do you want to talk about? And blah, blah, blah. He, AKA, just kept texting me because I said, can you come to my house so we can talk? I'm busy working. Like, what do you want to talk about? Da, 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 da. So he was always very avoiding, y'all. Like, he's avoidant. And when you know anything about avoidant attachment styles, like, they never think anybody's good enough for them. Like, when it comes to relationship wise, like, they're never ready for a relationship. They never like nobody. Okay? And that's that on that. Okay, y'all? So he would just like avoid it and be like, oh, like, what do you want to talk about? Or, oh, I don't really got time to come. Like, okay, so we start having problems already, y'all. Like, we got back together, and now we have more problems. So, mind y'all, and we never had, like, no cheating problems. It was more just, like, communication, consistency, and, like, fulfilling promises, like, that type of problem. So, mind y'all, I did say in the last story about how my friend Amber kept telling me about how Larry was talking to this one girl, and this one girl flew to another state for him, and how he was talking to this one girl that came to his house and he didn't even like sleep with her, whatever. So when I had came and put up to his house, I brought it up. I was like, oh, like, but I heard you was talking to people too. Like, I heard you was talking to somebody and the girl came over to your house and, like, y'all didn't even do nothing. Like, to me, that's so lame. Like, you had a girl over here and y'all didn't even do nothing. Y'all so petty. But that's why I told him, he was like, oh, Joanna, do you really think if I wanted to do something, we wouldn't have done nothing? Like, she was already at my house. Like, do you really think if I really wanted to do it, she wouldn't have done it? I'm like, no, I don't. I don't. But I will say, Larry, like I said before in the past stories, that he didn't try to, like, sleep with me right away. So he's not one of them thirsty people to be, like, just want to sleep with people. Giving no motion. It's giving no motion and slow motion. Y'all, I'm so petty. I used to be so petty. Like, honestly, I wasn't a good person and he wasn't either back then. So, like, it is what it is. But he kind of made me that way because he would always be like, oh, like, he's not really ready for a relationship. And, like, oh, like, he don't feel like he good enough. Like, he's just always on a pity party. Like, I hate a pity party nigga. Like, I do so much. I hate an emotional manipulator. I hate it so much. Like, I want my man to be like, he not down on himself. Like, I don't like a man that's down on himself. Like, baby, I'm not the woman to lift you up 24/7. Like, I might lift you up that one time. I might lift you up that second time. That third time, I'm going to lift your ass out and throw you out the window. Like, I'm never going to talk to you no more. Like, I cannot deal with somebody that cannot pick themselves out of the dark places. Like, I just can't. Like, because that's what I got to do my whole life. So, anyways, y'all. So, I had talked to him about that girl, and he said, oh, like, he just didn't want to do with her type thing. Like, okay, whatever. Then the girl that flew herself out, he was like, oh, yeah, like, she did fly. Because I would put everything on the table. I'm like, well, I heard this one girl, like, you flew her out, and, like, she was at your house, and da-da-da, and you want to be in a relationship with her. Like, so what is about this? Like, because you up here up in that girl face acting like you want to be in a relationship, but we've been on and off for 3 years, and you still want to be in a relationship. So, like, what is the problem? Yeah, I was just dumb. Like, I would never do that again. Like, I don't believe in situationships. Will never be in a situationship again. Mind y'all, like, this ended over 3 years ago. Like, almost 3 years now. So, yeah. So boom. He was like, oh, like, she flew herself out. I didn't pay for no tickets. And, sorry, y'all. This is, whew. He was like, and I did like her at first. Like, before she came, we was talking a lot, and I was vibing with her. I did like her. But when she got here, it was kind of awkward. It was a little weird. And I think they did sleep together. But I didn't care because at the time when they slept together, me and him was not talking at all. Like, at all. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, that's cool. I'm sure I probably slept with somebody during that time. I'm sure I did, y'all. Because that's when I used to be on my... Whoo! Like on that... Again. Like on that... Like on that... Now, I don't even let a man touch me, y'all. Now it's been like 7 months almost. I literally have let a soul touch me. And I go on dates and I talk to dudes. And I just can't do it. I just can't. So anyways, he clears all this stuff up. We was like, okay, cool. We on a new path. We can exclusively date like we was before. But we can low-key, like, I don't even know if we was talking. Yeah, we can low-key still talk to other people. Yes, that's what it was. Because I told him, like, I don't really want to, like, give up my people for him. Because, like, every time I try to, like, deal with him, it don't be working out. So, I think I'm just going to keep my options open. But, like, we can just exclusively see with each other. But, like, I just want to keep my options open. So, we agreed on this. And at that time, y'all, I had people on my roster. Like, people texting me. Like, people, like... asking me out, and then also I'm talking to London, but we on some cool kosher stuff, right? So, but I keep putting Larry above everybody. Like, if Larry pissed me off, I don't want to hang out with nobody else. Like, if Larry's my first go-to, like, and he's the only one I'm sleeping with, so it's like, it started being complicated because I'm dating all these people, but I can't sleep with them. So it's like, it comes to a halt, like, to a point where it's like, okay, I can't even, like, what is the point of just talking to this person if I'm not going to be able to sleep with them eventually? So I had all this stuff going on. And Larry starts messing up. Like, that day when we were supposed to have a conversation, he kept, like, avoiding me, kept saying, oh, he didn't want to have this conversation. And I remember this day, this conversation was going to be like let me talk to him about, like, what we got going on. And if he can't make a decision, like, if he wants to be with me or if he wants to get his communication together and all that stuff together, because he always was working, like, oh, Joanna, I got to work, which he did. He did do a lot of DoorDash. And, like, if you know anything about DoorDash, you ain't making no money on DoorDash. Like, You gotta work from the morning to the night to make money on DoorDash. I don't care what nobody say, baby. Because I did a day of DoorDash before, and I wanted to lose my mind, y'all. Like, Uber and Lyft is way more money than DoorDash. So, y'all, he used to work his soul away to pay them bills, right? So he was like, bro, Joanna, like, I don't be having time. Like, you want me to take you on dates. You want me to do this. You want me to do that. Like, I don't, blah, blah. So he would just make excuses and be complaining. So I got to the point I was like, okay, you know what? You not gonna show up so we can come and actually have a full conversation about some stuff that we're going through, then I'm done with you forever. Y'all, I still got like journals. I have journals about this man. And when I mean like, I go back and read them, like, girl, are you crazy? I had to throw away my old journal because I said, okay, this chapter finally ended. It took some years, but I'm not gonna sit here and keep like, I'm not gonna keep that energy in my home. So y'all, this was the actual final breakup with me and Larry, because I told Larry, you know what, I'm done with you for real, for good. Like, you're never going to change. It's never going to be it. So by the time I break it off with Larry, I'm actually starting to really like London. For real, for real. And I did never think I would like London, but I'm starting to really like him. So I tell me and London, we're texting back and forth. We're starting to FaceTime now. We're starting to talk on the phone. London knew about Larry. So London knew all about my old situationship and all the things I've been through in my situationship. So I tell me and London, we're texting back and forth. We're starting to FaceTime now. We're starting to talk on the phone. London knew about Larry. So London knew all about my old situationship and all the things. Tell a man like all the things that happened in your past, because sometimes they will try to like, not saying this was London, because London was a sweet person, but there's a lot of things that go into that story. But they will sometimes be like, okay, well, you went for this dude and you kept going back to him for 3 years on and off, and he did X, Y, and Z. But so like, if I do anything, like, it won't make sense for you to leave me. Or they'll try to just treat you very well because they know you're not used to that. So then you're gonna hold on to that and you're gonna want to stay with them, right? So anyway, this is about me and Larry's 3-year situationship. So anyhow, I'm starting to talk to London. I'm starting to really like London. So now we're actually planning a trip to London. And now I actually like this man. Like, he's there for me when my sister kicked me out of her house. He's there for me when I literally have a psychosis in Jamaica because I did an edible. He's there for me like when I am going through like a really hard time in my life financially. He is there for me. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I am in love with this man. And it was like a love that I had never felt before. Y'all see how I smile every time I talk about it. Because although we don't have that love anymore, like, I love him as a person, but like, we don't have that in love. Like, when we together, we do. Because we just emotional, like, water signs. And we're delusional. But like, when we look at the real world, we're like, okay, nah. But like, that was the first time I ever felt like that type of love. So I'm coming from Larry that like barely does anything for me. Like, he's never given me nothing for my birthday. He's never done nothing for Valentine's Day. He always complains when he even takes me on dates. Like, oh, he gotta keep taking me on dates. Like, he doesn't consistently communicate. Like, he'll text you every day, but it'd be like GM, like, good morning. And then like he'll be like, he was just like bare minimum, below bare minimum. So I'm like, okay, I'm really rocking with London at this point. So at this point, I really stopped messing with Larry 100%. And me and London going strong. So me and London going strong. We date for like almost a year. Like, we get in a relationship. We was only in a relationship probably for what, 8 months or something like that. 8 or 9, maybe 9. But then we was dating for about a year, I think. I would say about a year for when we was talking up until like when we broke up. So Larry's not even hitting me up because Larry knows that I'm with my new man. Like, Larry knows I'm with London because you got to remember, Amber is also friends with Larry and used to be friends with London. So she's going to tell Larry like, oh yeah, Joanna is now with London. And of course, Larry is literally stalking my TikTok. So this is when like Larry started going unhinged, not on hinge, but unhinged. he literally started viewing my TikTok, like, and I could see him in my profile views, because, you know, you can see that when that's turned on. So I kept seeing him in my profile views, and I'm like, bro, look hilarious in my damn profile views, right? And then he would, and back then, y'all, I used to post my London ex on TikTok. Like, if you a real OG, for real, because that was before I had, like, a lot of followers on TikTok. But, like, I used to post Larry because I was so in love with all the music and stuff. And, girl, because that's how I was really feeling for real. So, I was posting, he's the only man I post on social media, like, to that extent. So, y'all, Larry's watching that, and then Larry's trying to get on my Instagram, but I blocked him on Instagram. Then he literally makes a whole nother Snapchat, y'all. He tries to make a whole nother Snapchat under a different name so he can start viewing my Snapchats. Oh, mind you, he's literally following London on Snapchat, my new nigga. He's following my new nigga on Snapchat. Like, this man is unhinged. Like, he is literally a stalker, okay? So, at this point, I'm like, okay, bro, you need to, like, get a life. So, at this point, there's a point where me and London take a break. So, we take a break, and it was literally for about a week or 2 weeks or whatever. And I had deleted everything off TikTok. And when I mean every video of us was gone. I just deleted that shit straight off, because I don't even like that. Like, I don't play like that. So I deleted everything off, and it was nothing crazy why we broke up at first. It was so dumb. It wasn't dumb, but it was just like, whatever. So, anyways, y'all, Larry sees that it's all gone. So now he's thinking like, oh yeah, they broke up. So he ends up texting me, y'all. He ends up texting me and asks me if I'm done. Hold on, y'all. It's overheating. Hold on. Alright, y'all. My camera overheated. But, yeah. So what happened was, he literally messaged me and said, are you done with that yet? Are you done with that yet? Or whatever. So Larry was waiting at the door for me to be done with London, right? So when we got on that break, Larry had texted me, and I said, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm still with my man. Whatever. Because by this time, me and London got back together. So it's like, no, I'm still with my man. Like, you goofy. So anyways, yeah. I told London about that. Like, Larry's up here messaging me, talking about something, if I'm still with it, whatever. Not knowing we still together real bad. You should have known from when you mess with me that I go back. I double back. I triple back. I quarterback. Quarterback. Crazy. So anyways, y'all. So he was like, he was like, ugh. He was like, gross. Bye. Like, literally, Larry said gross bye, because I was still with London. So at this point, I'm like, okay, cool, perfect. I'm still with London. Everything's cool, kosher. When me and London, then finally, we did break up. And then, mind you, Larry would be texting me like randomly. I do feel like I still have these text messages, y'all. These text messages right here. This is probably the last part. No. Actually, there's one more part, because he did some weird stuff. Like, maybe I might actually just put it all in this part, y'all, to be honest. Let's see here. Let me bring it up. This is probably the last part, y'all. Let's see here. But I do have a different story to tell y'all anyway that just happened with this new dude I was dating, bro. This is crazy. Like, this new story is crazy, bro. I thought I'd been through some crazy stuff. So, anyways, y'all, we end up, let me see what messages I got left for real. Like, the last time we text was September 24th. Yeah, okay, so me and London had broke up, right? Like, officially, like, not like on the break, like, we broke up for real. So what had happened was, Larry would be texting me from, like, text app numbers. Like, he started texting me from text app numbers because I had him blocked. And that's how he texted me, like, are you still with that N-word, whatever, because he was texting me from text app numbers. So it got to the point where I had to block his text app numbers too. Like, I had to block his text app numbers. I had to block his new Snapchat that he made. Had to block him on TikTok because he kept viewing my profile. Like, he kept coming up there every week to view it. Like, Lord knows he probably done made a fake profile. Knowing this man, he probably is over me now. Hopefully, God, please. Because if he ain't, baby, he might need to go to a mental center, because it's been over 3 years, okay? And you're unhealthy. You're unwell if you can wait that long. You are unhinged. And I don't think so, okay? Because he ain't messaged me ever since I put him in his place. So anyways, y'all. So what happened was, he had begged me to like unblock him, blase blase, like he knew that I was done with London and whatever. So I fall into this trap, which is crazy, like a buffoon that I am. So I texted him back, and this is crazy because that was like 2022, right? So we're in 2024. That was 2 years ago. So, anyways, I said you're unblocked. Y'all, mind you, me and my ex broke up 2 years ago. Me in London, right? Like a little over 2 years, 2 years and a half, I think now. So, anyways, I said you're blocked with the smiling face upside down emoji, and he says, Miss Joanna, long time. This man is literally a demon. But anyways, I said, haha, yeah, a year is pretty long. Is this the longest we haven't talked? I feel like it was longer before. Oh well, which is true. Like I really feel like the time he kept trying to like come back when I had after the ghosting situation, that was probably like a year. He said, has it been a year though? Question mark. We talked in the winter, right? So he's trying to double check if it's been a year. Like, girl, I mean, boy, I've been with my little boo for a little bit. Not my boo, but my man back then. But I said, yeah, it hasn't been a full year, but close. You just don't give up, I see. So how has life been since then for you? So he pretty much says, boring and single. You seem like you were having fun. Of course I was having fun. And how do you know? Because you was watching me from different profiles and stalking me. Okay? So we going back and forth, y'all. Let's get into the drama, cause let's actually read these 10 minutes because they kind of funny. So I said, sounds like cap to me. You weren't out being an HOE. LOL. I was living my best life, not going to lie. Traveled a lot, learned a lot about myself, etc. Also faced a lot of challenges, but always survived. Honestly, life is not perfect, right? And then he messaged me back. He was like, I was being a single, but nobody claimed me. What challenges? So why are you all up in my business? Like he always be wanting to know like negative shit about my life. Like I said, damn, no, nobody claimed you. Is that why you trying to talk to me now? I said, I feel like my biggest challenge was starting a business, not having promised income, but loving what I do, but also being used to stability. So choosing the practical way of life. So y'all, this was during the time where I like quit my job and like started a business, and then like I was literally like now going back to a regular job. So he was like, no, cause I want to talk to you. I had HOEs. But that's definitely a challenge. You still have your line. What the heck is that? Line. Still have your line. So I said, I must be special. Y'all, I'm so delusional. Why was I so delusional? I said, I must be special. Yes, I still have my line and everything. Just started a new job. I don't know what line is he talking about. So I've been busy. I need to, my lingerie line thing. Yeah, I need to focus on getting everything organized in my social media marketing, blah, 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 blah. How do you like your new job? Because he told me like, so we had a whole nother text thread, mind y'all. The whole nother text thread was when he was texting me from a text app number, and he had told me like he was going through a lot of stuff, and like now he has a stable job. He got a new job. It pays him more. Now he can actually take me on dates, and like he never really wanted to be a sneaky link, and like that was in a whole nother thread, y'all. He was lying. He's a pathological liar. Said, he never wanted to be a sneaky link. He just felt like I kind of put him in that position, and he really wants like more with me. And he's much in a better space because he has a better job. So he says, you gotta go crazy for marketing. Can I see something you wear? That's crazy. See something you wear. You was a nasty. And he said, it's cool. I just like to pay. So pretty much I told him, I said, okay, blase. Y'all, I said facts. Marketing is hella important and expensive. Also needs to be serious about my YouTube and almost get paid, blase. I be playing. Alright, I feel like you're going to realize how much of a freak I am when I'm happy, to be honest. Y'all, this is too much. I feel like you only experienced something slight from me, which is so true, because baby, the way I was with London, Lord, compared to him. It started getting, I gotta get to the messy part. So everything's going cool while we texting, but then like, it started getting a mess. Because mind y'all, I was beefing with Amber because Amber was mad that me and London were together. And if y'all want to see that, go watch the video about my friend, one of my man, or whatever. Some story time about my friend and my man situation. So like, Amber was mad, and like, cause my man didn't want to be friends with her no more. It was a bunch of weird stuff. Y'all gotta watch that video to know that part. But mind y'all, remember Larry also knows Amber, so pretty much he asked like, is y'all still beefing, blase blase. So I just told her like, yeah, I don't mess with her. Like, it's deeper than just it's just deeper than London. It's just the fact that she's phony, she's fake. And you better not tell her nothing about me. You better not tell her you even talking to me for real. So anyways, he was just pretty much like, y'all messy. Like the fact that y'all still haven't talked is crazy, whatever. So I don't care. Like, I'm still on big business. He said something about like, did you think we never gonna talk again? And he pretty much said, I know we would talk again, LOL. So that got me mad, because like, you think you know me? You think I'm a buffoon? You think I'm a part of your circus, which I was, okay? And I said, ugh, I don't like that, with the crying emoji. I really was planning to never talk to you again, honestly. You know you're high-key crazy, right? Why don't you just give up? Question mark. Why chase someone this much that you don't love? That's a valid question to ask him. Like, why are you chasing somebody you don't love? Like, what is the point? What is the reason? And he says, not you calling me crazy. I said, you are. This is not normal. When I break it off with a nigga, they take the L. But you, sir, are different. Like, restraining order different. He really is restraining order different for real. And he said, I mean, you allow it. Which, that pissed me off when he said, you allow it. And that really settled in my soul, because I really do allow him to come in and out of my life and do whatever he wants. And then I'm acting like, oh, like, why are you doing this? Like, you're crazy. No, like, you're crazy for allowing it. So I said, really blocked you on everything. You had access to my TikTok, which I didn't follow you, so you couldn't message me. You had to text off a text now number. I'm really for real though. Like, I'm not settling for less. So I hope you don't think I'm a joke or someone you can play games with, because I swear to God, this is your last chance with me. I'm not playing. So y'all, I tell him this. And then, oh Lord, what did he say? Oh, so this is what, okay, he said this, y'all. This made me spaz out. So he said, low-key, he had text back, like, LOL. Did he even text back to that specific message? Like, he's so avoidant. So he said, low-key, your ex was a whore. I know it wasn't going to last. First of all, why did you even watching my ex on his Snapchat and all this stuff? Like, you are such a buffoon. Like, for real. So I sent this long message. I said, my ex wasn't a whore. You listen to your DIC sucking friend so much, which I'm talking about Amber. I said, she got more bodies than... This is crazy, but I was so mad. When I tell you I was mad with her, I was like, I said, she got more bodies than the number of states, with the laughing emoji. I love how y'all were up here sitting talking about a nigga I was with. We had no cheating problems and really thought I was going to marry him, to be honest. We are still friends. Just because he hangs out with female friends, which majority of them I've met, doesn't make him a whore. He treated me like a queen, FaceTime me nonstop, picked up anytime I called. I had nothing to worry about with him. Honestly, just annoyed me. Worried about the wrong thing. Really pissed me off, to be honest. Amber don't even know him for real. They haven't talked in 2 years. Bro, I don't even know why I expected more from you, because you're really immature. Instead of waiting for someone to be done, treat me right the first time so I don't end up with another nigga treating me 10 times better. Also was talking to him for a year. We don't make it past 3 months at a time, so stop it. So So I go in on this man because you mad. You got me mad because you up here talking about, at that point, y'all still was low key in love with London. So it's like, now you talk about the love of my life back then. Like, now we got problems because you need to worry about yourself. Because right now you're trying to get good gracious, but you really worry about the next nigga. Like, you're a clown. So I text him that. And I said, you really pissed me off. You in this bitch. You and this bitch Amber should just be together. Like, y'all should just be together because y'all both messy clowns. Like, y'all both a part of circus, and y'all should just be together for real. And he said, no, ew. So I said, when he had told me that I can allow it, I allowed him to come back to my life. I said, okay, this is what I need to be done for real, y'all. So I messaged him back. I said, you're right. I really just be letting you back in my life whenever you feel like it. I'm not doing that anymore, honestly. You're a nice person, and know you will be a great guy one day for someone else. I'm done with this cycle. I'm not the same toxic person I used to be. I need to heal. I'm still in love with London and really need to work on myself alone. We've only been broken up for a week. At this point, me and London only been broken up for a week. Because remember, y'all, we broke up, we got back together. So this was after we had broke up one other time and got back together. So anyways, y'all, I can't change you. I fully know who you are. So it's dumb to think you really treat me better the 11th time. I have to move forward, not backwards. I love you as a person, but I feel my next man has to be better than my last and emotionally available. I really hope you find the right woman for you. I really mean that with the red heart. You don't really love me. You just love the idea of me. When a man loves a woman, he will do whatever for her, express his feelings to her, and love her properly. I really hope you can experience this with the woman you truly love one day. That's so beautiful, y'all. I haven't read that I ain't read that after I typed this up. Y'all, that's how we ended our relationship. I'm sure I blocked him. I think he's on block. Yeah, he's on block. So I sent the message, delivered, block. Like, that's literally how I did it. So yeah, he's blocked, and then I blocked him on TikTok so he can't see my TikToks. And then him and my ex got into an argument because my ex found out that London found out Larry was following him on Snapchat. And I don't know if I want to make a part 4 about that, because I made a whole video about that. My ex is fighting over me. Like, y'all should just go watch that story time. Y'all go watch that story time. My ex is fighting over me, and that would be the final part about how he was literally stalking my ex London to see if me and him were still together, and how he was talking crap about me to my ex London and saying like all these bad things about me. So honestly, F Larry, okay? But I wish him the best, and I hope he find a wife, because I'm just so happy, y'all. It's been like 3 years. Like, that text message is from 2 years ago, but we have not been in person with each other for like over 3 years. So yes, y'all, we never linked up, we never seen each other, but I wish him the best. I'm hoping that he's in love by now. Hopefully he's finally done with his commitment issues, and I'm in a way better space, y'all. I could never see myself ever with a man like that again in my life. Never can see it. Never can see it, y'all. I have been celibate now for 7 months, and I've been dating, but I have not been settling, and I got hella options now. So baby, I can't be played with at all. Like, come on, replace them, upgrade them, delay them. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all for watching this saga, y'all. I know it's only been 3 parts, so that's kind of lame. Was it 3 or 4 parts? Y'all can't remember. I think it's 3 parts, but that's the end of the story. So let me know if y'all got any questions, or if y'all like this story time. I'm about to have a new story time, and it's about to be crazy because this is very recent, and it took me a lot to process it. So I'm probably not gonna record it till maybe tomorrow, because I had to process what I just did with this man that I thought I liked, but no. And he was a Leo too, mind y'all. Larry was a Leo. That's probably why I gave him the name Larry, which Leo stands for liar, and I will stand by it. Amber was a Leo. The messy whore. So yes, y'all, stay away from Leos, and I don't care. Leos in the comments, I'm sorry. Y'all be cool at first, but then y'all always get messy. But anyway, see y'all in the next video. Bye.